Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 The Old Gods. I'm really excited to kind of take us to the next step and see what we're going to do from here. So in our last Let's Play, we ended up going and completely forming our new Shawdom and rising to a new level. So in the normal terms that are used by the Christian nations, we were a duke, and now we are the equivalent of a king. We have risen up. Maybe using a little bit of treachery, a little bit of different tactics, but we've gotten to a new position. We started off with just this land that I'm highlighting over here, and we immediately swore fealty to our neighbors to the east of us, and then after we did that, we were able to change the succession laws, claim that we should be the Shah, and we've succeeded. However, we're still inside of a tricky situation. We're definitely not out of the woods yet. To the north, we have Cumania, which has a fairly large army. I believe they're roughly 2,000 larger than me, 6,537 at the moment, compared to my smaller forces. And then down here we have a very large army that I do not want to have to deal with. This guy has 13,517. So what I'm hoping to immediately do is I'm going to try to improve relations with these people, and let's see, make sure, let's find their capital, which is there. Okay, good. So we're going to try to improve relations with him, and I usually don't do this in most games, but for this game it is going to be very important. And I'm almost tempted to not go and try to scheme against him, just because I'm scared of what could happen if the treachery is uncovered. This guy's really powerful, and I don't want to mess with that. So I think I'm actually just going to have him scheme inside of my capital and try to detect if anything's going to happen to me. I would love for this area to divide itself so that they're not quite so powerful, but for now, I mean, the best I can hope for is that we kind of have a working relationship together. What I'm going to do up here, though, is something a little bit crazy, and I'm going to go and I'm going to go and just start banishing people and kicking them out of the country. We are currently divided. We have different religions inside of our nation. We have different people who could have the opportunity to revolt against me. Whenever you have different religions inside of a nation, it can cause lots of problems. Depending on what religions there are, it can cause problems with taxable income, with the size of the levy you can get. But no matter what, you're always going to get a negative bonus for people who are of a different faith. So this guy, who hates me a ton, I get a negative 27 bonus for being an infidel. So whenever that's the case, we just have to kind of pick a religion to go with. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually banish every single one of my vassals, and then try to form a new nation from the ashes afterwards, and then try to go forward from there. Hopefully, as we're doing this, we will not have anyone declare war on us. I mean, we absolutely can't deal with Savarid at the moment, but what we're doing is we are going and trying to improve relations with them so that they won't declare war against their neighbors to the north. We have negative 26, which is not good, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Let's see. Does he have a claim? No, he doesn't have a claim on me, but he might just declare a holy war. So let's go ahead though and get started on unifying our nation and trying to gain lots of gold, because we are going to need it. So we're going to start off by banishing him, which is going to give us gold and wealth. And next, let's go to another one of our stronger vassals. Imprison you, 56%. Wonderful. Banished. Too large, that's fine. Another one of our... I'd rather not do someone with 2 just quite yet. Okay, this guy. Let's see if we can imprison you. 50% chance, I don't feel too good about it. Yeah, I didn't feel good. So, let's see, where is he? Merv, okay. So let's march down quickly and take them out before any bad things can happen. An important part of ruling a realm is learning how to delegate. This is something you have finally realizing your stewardship has improved as a direct consequence. Wonderful. Stewardship is up, but I still desperately need a son to the point that... What is this at currently? 5, 6, 7. I mean, I'm 1 away from fulfilling this ambition. But I think I'm going to cancel it and just say, you need to go do some baby making. Because I have to have an heir, and I'm negative on the great pox for fertility. So we're going to try to have a son. We'll see. I mean, this could go bad. Marching down. We're all unified. Taking a prisoner. Fuse there. And I can either, said, if my opinion ruled, the world would be a much more chaotic but fun place. I'll keep following the law. The world would have less. If I kept following the law, the world would have less chaos, but also less fun. So I can either say, let my rule begin, 70% chance of gaining the trait arbitrary, which is a terrible thing to do, or I can gain the trait just, which is awesome, stewardship and learning. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be just. I'm going to take over this guy's land. Do it again. This guy's created a new title, so he's over this land beneath me, but I'm actually not too worried about it. I'm going to end up taking away everything of his anyways. But he is going to try to overthrow me, which is a bad plan. So victory, 73%. So I'm afraid, blah, blah, blah. So I'm afraid that the faction I represent must insist on elective monarchy. We are fully prepared to take up arms should you refuse, and rest assured we have enough men to enforce our just demand. Elective monarchy. Let's see what we currently have. Laws. Gavelkind? Absolutely. I really want succession by elective, and I absolutely do not want Gavelkind. Elective would be way better for me. So I guess I have no choice. I'm 100% okay with switching that. So now you have to nominate a successor. This is so much better. This is going to make... I mean, that was... They really helped me out with that. Because I couldn't make that move myself. I've won this war. This guy's in my prison. So with this new law, if she dies, I'm able to just continue on as someone else. I'm going to nominate her. She's going to have 2 votes, but it definitely is going to help, particularly with the fact that I might not be able to have kids. That's a wonderful addition. Wonderful, wonderful. So now I'm getting that land. I have someone in jail. Let's go ahead and talk to the guy who's inside of my jail. Prisoners, you are henceforth banished, giving me 91 gold. And I have another prisoner. Who is this female? Can I ransom you for 10? No. Execute. Release. I might release you later. We'll see. I mean, she was someone from another war that I really just don't... It doesn't matter to me. So let's continue on with my vassals. He has a lot of land, a lot of power, and he really hates me. I could just say, let's go ahead and get this war over with and try to take him out. I could hire more mercenaries if I need them. I want this to be done fairly quickly. Let's see. Let's talk with this guy. In prison, 56%. I didn't feel good about that. So we're going to march in. I don't really care what he's going to do. I'm just going to siege his lands, take it and be done with it. I've got the wrong domain type, but I'm actually going to hold on to every single title until I get everyone out of my realm but me. And then I'm going to allocate them out to other people. They took a little piece of land, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see. My Shah, the more I study the Machinean religion, the more I feel compelled to embrace it. To show you the wisdom that lies in these texts, I have sent you excerpts for the most interesting parts. I urge you to follow my example. Embrace the Machian religion. He is mad. Arrest him. Or he has convinced me to follow him in his footsteps. So I think he is mad, and we are going to arrest him. Wonderful, 96%. Am I going to have to march on him? I think occupation might just... Yeah, occupation is going to tick higher for me. And I really don't even care about this. Let's make sure it's going to tick higher for me. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to let this tick up. I'm actually going to go and try to detake this while he's doing that, which would make it tick up really quick. And I have the ability to grab a technology. Several, in fact, but this means that one whole entire area is filled. Light infantry, heavy infantry, cavalry, sieging. Sieging going faster would be wonderful right now. Let's see, this would make it go 5% faster. Morale is a really big bonus too. And the size to... Okay, I'm going to do military organization. That's just a really strong one. And then I want legalism as well, which will should allow me to control more territories. And this might give me more taxes. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to continue on. %. He's going to finish that one, I think, before me. Yeah. But as soon as I lift that, we're back to 91. I'm going to lift this again. He's going to go try to take that, but he's not going to be able to. 96. Looks like we'll just have to fight. Combat is the best teacher. Shah Vandad of Karen Chatham has become a more proficient commander. So I lose the trait Tough Soldier, and I gain Skilled Tactician, which is just a even better better version. Wonderful. And I've effectively won this war. He's going to be thrown in jail. I'm going to banish him and gain 255 gold, minus 20 penalty, but that's fine. And thus continues on our reckless destruction of all of our vassals. So we are going to find you, imprison you, 50% chance. And it actually worked. 247 gold. And then we are going to find our Duke, who is over this area. And I don't feel good about this at all. Not with my 2,000 men. I might need more. I'm thinking about just going ahead and hiring another mercenary band. I've got plenty of people. Things could get a little crazy. So I might just go ahead and hire like 1,500 men. And then that might help me kind of take everything faster anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That'll be a good investment for us. So we're going to have 1,500 men. We're going to march, meet here. And then we're going to try to imprison him, see if it works. And then afterwards we're going to go to all of our lesser lords. There is a God. Why is the world filled with hardships, grief, and heretics? God has a plan for everything and everyone, or God is as clueless as I am. We're going to become zealous, which will give us more piety and more martial. There we go. So I have 18 martial. I'm really good at war, but I'm also diseased and don't have a son. With this new elective system, though, we'll be okay. I was worried before we were able to switch. I didn't want him to die while we had Gavelkin and her become the ruler and then not be able to have any children afterwards. So it could have been bad, but they actually helped me out. All right, so now let's talk with our satrap, and we're going to imprison him. 53%, huh? And it worked. Wonderful. So we're going to banish him, gain some gold. All of his titles are gone. And let's see if we have any vassals that are a higher tier. We don't. Lots of gold though. So let's just kind of click through these quickly. We're going to imprison all of them. Let's see where you prison, banish, back, imprison, banish, prison. So while we are doing that, we are going to go ahead and see if we're already at war with this guy. We are, okay. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we do all the cities. Like, if one revolts, I want to make sure I get all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and try to imprison this guy. And I got him. So, banish him. And... okay. All we have to do is gain one city with, like, very little defenses. So we're at 100%. Offer peace. Done. So... let's see here. You prison, banish, you spoiler, imprison, banish 212 gold. Thank you. That is a lot of gold. You, this will be a spoiler, imprison. You actually got out. You were the last guy there. So we're going to march. This guy's upset. I'm going to say let him rot because I'm actually fixing to banish him. Spoiler. Okay, to the most illustrious Shah Bandad I, the good burghers of Caveat are barely able to pay their taxes. They want to lower the law. Absolutely not. We are getting rid of all of you anyways, and you all hate me, so I don't really care. I have mercenary armies, so I don't need your people. Got that, except for here. Huh. And banish. Done. So, good. I thought we got this guy. Guess I didn't banish him yet. Try to imprison you, sure. He escaped, that's fine with me. And let's make sure we're getting all the territories, which we are. And then I'm going to continue to do this throughout the rest of the kingdom. But I just kind of have a feeling that this is probably not the most exciting part to watch. So I think I might go ahead and get that done off camera. Leave a comment, let me know if in the future if you like that, if I kind of get to a part like this where it's going to be a little bit more monotonous, if you want me to go ahead and play it out, or if you like the idea of me kind of songing that so you can get back into more of the action. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.